Okay, we're solving for x. These are, well, like the last one, I should say. This one is one where you see the numerator has two different terms in it and they both have x. So let's just factor that out, okay? Let's factor that x out by saying, okay, instead of r times x plus s times x, we're going to say x times r plus x, which, by the way, you should know if you distributed it in x and r multiply to be rx, and x and s multiply to be sx. Okay, so I just factored that up front. It is still all over t, okay, equals 1. Now, essentially, what I want you to see this as is x being multiplied by this fraction, r over s plus t. And how do we undo when something is multiplied by a fraction? We multiply it by its reciprocal. So what is the reciprocal of r plus s over t? T over r plus s. Okay? Now, yes, I know that the x is there as well. Okay? That's fine, though. When I take this thing, it's essentially like it's a coefficient, and you multiply by the reciprocal. Watch what happens. This r plus s is going to cancel out here. This t is going to cancel out here. And guess what's left? The x. What does that look like? It looks like that. Okay. Again, what happened? The t canceled out top and bottom. The r plus s as a term canceled out top and bottom. Okay. And then over here, we got 1 times whatever this is just that thing. Yeah? So that's the answer. Now, what does the proof of this look like? And I'm going to stop trying to sell you on do the proofs. Okay? You're just either going to be smart enough to do the proofs or not bother, and you won't be as strong at math if you don't do these extra exercises. Okay, but let's take a look. To do the proof, we take the original equation. In it, we replace x with what we found x to be equal to, t over r plus s. And now we need to multiply this. This is what's going to happen here. R is going to multiply with this, and any whole number or thing that's not a fraction multiplies the numerator. So r times t over r plus s times t over r plus s, right? That's all over t equals 1. So that's what we get. We multiply this times that, we get this. We multiply this times this, we get this. Notice again, they both have t up top, right? They're both times t, and they have the same denominator. So we can put them together to say those two denominators, or those two numerators, rt plus st, all over the single denominator of rs. Okay, this is a fraction within a larger fraction. All over t equals 1. And then what we're going to do is we're going to factor out this t here. There's a t in both in here and here. Factor it out front. Okay, so we get t times rs, right? Which makes sense because if you distribute it back through, t times r is that. T times s is that. And that's all over rs. And now what we've got is this term, r plus s, top and bottom, and that's going to end up canceling. That will cancel that. What will we be left with? We'll be left with t over t, because the only thing that's left now on the top when you cancel that out is a t up here over 1. T over 1 is just t. So now we've got t over t. And what does t over t equal, kids? What does anything over the exact same thing equal? It equals 1. So 1 equals 1, check. Okay? I'm not requiring this proof. I'm not requiring that you do this proof. But if you do, if you are able to understand and think your way all the way through this from start to finish, okay, if you require it of yourself, you're going to be so much better. So that's my little pep talk on why to do proofs on these types of problems, even if it's not required. Okay, good luck.